Okay, thank you for being here. I know it's Saturday afternoon and there are a lot of interesting things to do in Milan, so I appreciated your presence. As master of the house here, I want to introduce first Professor Stefano Ceri, director of the ASP school. And since he's almost at the end of his mandate, I want to personally thank him, and I think on the behalf of the association, for being so much supportive of our association. And as I used to say, or I think he used to say, I don't remember who was the one that said it first, is our first supporter. So thank again, and please.
Thank you. So I'm definitely a supporter of ASP alumni. Welcome all of you. Just bringing you my personal greetings, and also the greetings of the rector of Milano and the rector of Politecnico di Milano and Politecnico of Torino. And as Giusy said, I am at my last opportunity to address you as a director, because my term is about to complete. It has been 9 years since the start of ASP. I was there from day 0, so I am relatively also, let's say, at the point where some kind of change is required. I don't know how much our distinguished speaker know about ASP. Of course, you all know about ASP. But ASP is this spectacular thing where basically we get the best students, we give them additional education, and we give them a message. You basically have to continue to remain ASP student also after the end of your specific cycle. We already have the 7th cycle completed, and I see many faces from the various cycles which are here attending this event. I'm always very happy to see how many of you attend these events. This is really important, because it shows that the ASP Alumni Association is very strong and capable of clustering not only you, but also excellent speaker, as we are going to see in this afternoon. So, yes, I am a supporter of ASP. I think ASP alumni, I think that you are doing great. The mentoring program, I think, is very, very interesting, and I thank all of you who are participating to the program. And I'm sure that you will have many more opportunities to cooperate with ASP, also when I will no longer be a director. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and I actually agree with, I mean, I think there is something extraordinary of having so many people here today, because I think that this means that the ASP school has been able to create and to maintain in these 9 years, almost 10 so far, some values or perceptions that are still shared and still drive us to be here. So I think there is that the ASP has a duty to continue these activities also for us, and to continue to improve and to grow the ASP school. But for sure, we also want to play an important role for the ASP. And I think that, you know, Professor Ceri recognized our strength. We are almost 900 members now, and we start to have people employed in very different companies and in very important roles. So I think, you know, I'm also at the end of my mandate, actually. So I think the next board both from the ASP and the ASP alumni should increase to collaborate in a more structural way, to contribute to the growth and also to the sustainability of the ASP. So today there are not so many board members of the ASP, but I really think that this wish will come along, and we can work on that. But I want to address other two important things to the alumni. The first concerned the mentoring program. Last year, we launched the first edition. Now we are on the second one. We already received some of the applications from the students from the 9th cycle. I know you are here. You still have time until the end of the month. But also on Tuesday, you will receive mentors will receive an email to apply for the second year. I know that there are a lot of mentors in this room, and I want to thank all of them to participate to the first edition. But I encourage also other alumni that haven't participated already to apply to this program, because I think that mentoring and becoming a mentor is much more about receiving rather than giving. So I invite you to be surprised by a student who is younger than us. I know we think that we are young, but there are still people younger than us that can give some doubts and new perspectives, so it's very important. Last thing is, as I said, we are renewing the board, so we are going to have elections on November. Okay, sorry, there is Marco Bruno here. If you can stand up for a second, he's responsible for the mentoring, so if you have any question, just go and ask him. And on the other side, we are having these re-elections, and we have Giulia De Donno, who can give you all the details that I don't have time to share with you. But I only want to answer to a question that I received several times in the last weeks or months. Shall I become a board member or not? How much is the time that I need to commit on that? Well, the answer is really, it's up on you. But the real answer, I think, is that the more you give, the more you will receive. And I think I have received a lot, and I've learned a lot and experienced some great moments with extraordinary people, the people of the board, and also some other alumni. To conclude, if you, as one of the wisest men of the association used to say, and maybe you know who I'm talking about, Nicola Dotti, I want to thank him. He used to say that the best sign of the quality of a board, of the activity of the board, is the number of people that will apply to become members the next year. Because this means that you have been able to share the passion for the association. And I really think that we have been able to share at least one piece of the passion that we have put in these 2 years of activities. So if you have a doubt to apply or not apply, just go for it. It's my suggestion. Thank you. And before starting with the conference, I want to thank you, Mr. Zecchino, representative for the Human Resources in Bosch, and I want to personally thank him also on behalf of the association for supporting our conference. Please.
Okay. So, good afternoon to everybody. First of all, thanks a lot for the invitation at this very interesting meeting. I would like to say thanks also to Mr. Engineer Rubino that he was quite resilient in order to achieve also our support in this event that, by the way, for the Bosch Group is really the key of success also of our sustainability. So to be close also to the potential new associate and of course at the university level. I would like, before going into the focus of the today discussion, present to you the Bosch Group, because I think is, I have to say, a good example, the long-term vision in all meaning. First of all, just a couple of figures about the group. Bosch is a worldwide company with more than 52 billion of euros turnover. More than 300,000 associates are working in more than 160 countries in the world with more than 260 manufacturing sites. As you are all, most of you engineer, Bosch is a leading company for automotive technology. Almost 60% of our turnover. Product like Common Rail, ABS, ESP, they are quite famous and quite also successful. Then we are also present in other three sectors: industrial technology, energy and building technology, and consumer goods. So as you can see, the variety of product and also are most due with the vision of our founder, Robert Bosch, that founded our company. And before, during all his life, he wanted to establish a company with a long-term view. So he decided that a company had to become a foundation. So despite the large number, 300,000 associates, we are not a public company. This means that we are investing part of our revenue also for activities like science, health, industrial relations, education, society, and culture. So this kind of structure gave us also the opportunity. Today we are in Milan. Milan has been the main office for Bosch, but the nice story, in the opposite also probably in the recent trend that unfortunately we have seen for other multinationals, we have invested a lot in our country. We started with new acquisition, for example, the body production, and we developed also a strategy that became successful because we've been able today to acquire the 20 legal entities, and we are almost 60,000 of associates. So it's a story of success. It's a, let's say, a sustainable story, because we have demonstrated to our corporate in Germany that Italy, despite the complexity of the system, having a good network, also at the university level, for us, the cooperation with Politecnico di Milano and Torino, and of course also other universities, are quite successful, because we have been asked also from the corporate to recruit young engineers to send in Germany for international experience and also across the world. So we have to say that the recognition of the quality of the human resources, especially for young engineers, has been very, very important for us. Just to give you an overview about where we are, because at the end of the day we are promoting this activity also because we would like to give you some idea, and why not also in the future some opportunity of collaboration. So as you have seen, we are present in South Italy. Bari is the biggest site that we have, where we produce the eye pump of the Common Rail, and we have also a center of development. And then we go to Emilia-Romagna and all the North Italy. We have a presence of 21 legal entities with a mix of production and, of course, sales office. I would like also to underline the headquarters of the automotive sector based in Turin, where more than 150 mainly engineers, they are working with the Fiat Group, following Fiat across the world, especially in North America, Detroit, and here we have also some representative of our team. So if I can underline the success factors of Bosch, first of all, the independence and financial strength. Again, being a foundation, especially in a very competitive world, gave us the opportunity to make investment at mid-long-term point of view. And believe me, I used to work before Bosch with an American company listed at NASDAQ that was a software company, very nice company, but every 3 months, so at the end of the quarter, we shifting sometimes totally the strategy. At Bosch, we are really consistent at all levels, product, investment, development. Of course, quality and reliability, it's a key factor of success, especially in the automotive sector, where a quality problem can be really, from economical point of view, a disaster. Global presence, we are German, this is clear, but the Bosch is present all over the world and give the opportunity also for an international career. Strategic far-sighting, efficient process, especially at the production level, and of course, being responsible for the human resources, I have to say the forward-looking HR development is a base of our success. We have a lot of, we receive a lot of inspiration from our founder, Robert Bosch, and you can also ask your colleague here present. I think that the difference and really the consistency that we are developing the human resources, let's say, systematic training and experience is one of the key of success. And of course, we need to have a good product, but we need to have also good people. And I think that values as fairness, reliability, responsibility, and initiative does not exist only on paper, has to be everyday act by each associates. At Bosch, sustainability means securing the company long success, long term, while at the same time protecting the environment. I think that each product that we are developing, that we are producing, has to have a special consideration for the commitment that we have at all levels. So I think the responsibility here, I'm doing some example of recycling in the automotive technology, but also responsibility toward associates and trainees. Again, the importance of training young people. The colleague was presenting the mentoring program. I think also at Bosch it's very important that each associate, especially for the young trainee, it's one of the key aspects also for our sustainability for the future. And last slide is also an example of our board, how it's committed in this case is the Primavera project, so there are projects across all the world where there are a strong commitment for the people that they are in the photos of the member of the Bosch. So Bosch sustainability means, of course, that our company, our big company, can grow, and you have seen also the example of Bosch Italy. Sustainability is also to produce products that they are safe, and they are also to keep motivate the associates. So this is the contribution that I would like to share. Thank you again for the invitation, and I let...
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so I think we are ready for the conference, and I will call Marco to present the conference and the speakers. Thank you.
Okay, thank you again. Thanks, Giusy, Professor Ceri, Dr. Zecchino, thank you for being here. We now move to the second part of our Aspissima. The second part will be a little bit longer. It will be made out of 3 outstanding contributions of our guests, which I'll present to you later on. First of all, 2 indications how our agenda looks like today. We will have now kind of 3 hours discussion and lectures from our guests. We will have time for discussion at the end of each intervention, so please prepare your answers. When we will finish, don't go away, we will have the ASP Aperitivo in front of here. So we managed to get some bottle of wines. We think it might be interesting for you also to try this. Okay, let me come to the point. When I said we have 3 important guests, that was not completely true. Actually, we have 4 outstanding contributions. The first one is not really a guest. Is rather a friend of ASP alumni. Ladies and gentlemen, Professor Mario Calderini from Alta Scuola Politecnica, Politecnico di Milano. He will be, I say friend because he will be our moderator. He will do the fil rouge of all the speeches. He will do the conclusions and free of charge, so it's definitely a friend. Then introducing the guests in the order how they will present. We have the first one. I need the agenda for the first one because it's too much. Okay. Our guest has been working for the last 40 years, as you heard from the video. 1/3 of them in business, 1/3 in politics, 1/3 in academics. Currently chairs a bank and a radio station and has been traveling around the world, presenting his new book, 2052, A Global Forecast for the Next 40 Years. In the last weeks, he has been 9 days in China, 5 in US, 3 in England, and today he already held a meeting, a presentation here in Bergamo. Please welcome Professor Jürgen Randers. And we are particularly happy also to introduce an Italian, successful story of an Italian being in the US, already winner of the inaugural Carlo Alberto Medal for the best Italian young economist, professor of managerial sciences, managerial economics and decision sciences at la Kellogg Business School, Chicago, Professor Nicola Persico. And finally, we are particularly happy to introduce an architect here, associate of the Bänisch Architekten Studio in Stuttgart. The Bänisch Architekten Studio is one of the most famous in the field of sustainable architecture. A very young, talented woman. We are particularly proud she is being our guest today. I have to say, really talented. I've been in Stuttgart. I've seen how big is the project she is managing. And therefore, please, a warm welcome to Mrs. Teresa Kessler.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much, and good afternoon. I want to first greet the alumni ASP. I have very good memories of my summer schools all over Italy, I would say, in Venice, then in Sestriere, then in Milano. And I'm very happy to be here, of course. And most of all, I'm eager to listen to these outstanding presentations. And I want to say that the organizers have done a wonderful job in gathering such a spectacular group of presenters.